distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. Where I stand is my God. God is right here in my heart. Where I am is my God. God is right here in my heart. Separation, I'm raising the veil. Raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. Where I stand is my God. God is right here in my heart. Where I am is my God. God is right here in my heart. Separation, I'm raising the veil. Raising the veil. I'm raising the veil. It on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. Think I finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time.
So we're gonna do, instead of our call and response, we're gonna just look at our monitor here and do our beautiful welcome to each other. All right. So here's our words together. Welcome to unity, where love is felt, truth is taught, lives are transformed, and all is well as we express the Christ within. We're gonna hand it over to Rebecca. Thank you so much for your music.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Would you please stand up if you're able? And we're going to get this party started. We're going to get our church party started. I love that church means joy now for me. You know, that's a healing experience, having grown up in a church where joy was not part of our Sunday experience. So I love being with you, singing with you. And we're going to sing a Karen Drucker song today. Alejandro, can we project the lyrics to that one? Good. This is called Blessing to the World. So it's a chant, and oh, that's pretty. The colors are so pretty. So yes, we are going to we're going to sing this through a couple times, and remember that we are the ones who are bringing Spirit here on earth. Here we go. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. Yes. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. Okay, go ahead and find a neighbor, and you're going to sing this to your neighbor and remind them of their blessing, of who they are. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. Now, is it too much to find another neighbor? Let's find another neighbor. Just look around. Okay, here we go. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. All right, let's bring it in. Put your hands on your heart. We're going to sing I am, I am. Bring it inside. Here we go. I am the heart, I am the hand, I am the voice of Spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. Do you believe it? Let's sing that one more time. I am the heart, I am the hand, I am the voice of Spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. And let's send it out to the world and sing we. Put your hands up. We are the heart, we are the hand, we are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. One more time, sing it out. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. Yes! What a blessing.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you. Rebecca was right on time. She said that church means joy. And our affirmation for the month of July is this: I serve for the joy it brings to me and others. Can we say that together? This is our affirmation for the month of July. It goes like this: I serve for the joy it brings to me and others. At this time, we're going to have our opening prayer by our spiritual leader, Carla Palmer.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't need that mic. I think I could project here to Tallahassee, you guys. Let's just take a breath. That song has built up the blood flow in through our hearts today. And so we just take this breath and we bring it in and we say together, I am grateful. I am grateful for this day, for the sweetness of this morning, for the time that we have together, knowing that we are here by divine appointment. I am here by divine appointment. Music and love comes from me. I am, I am, I am. And so it is. Amen.
So as you know, one of our duties as Sunday service leaders is to give announcements. But I cannot think of a more important announcement than the one I'm about to ask. Do we have any first-time visitors with us? Okay, hello. How are you?
Welcome.
Welcome. We have a couple. If you can keep your hands up for us, several. There we go. We got here, and we got Maureen, who's doing our daily word. Okay, so we are recruiting in the flesh. So whatever brought you, and let me see, anybody here at Unity of Gainesville for the second time? Second. All right, welcome back. I feel like an auctioneer. All right, here we go, sold. Anybody here for the third time? All right, hello, welcome back. Fourth time, I gotta keep going. Fourth time, all right, 1,000 times. Hey, I know. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to Unity of Gainesville. I was telling Maureen, who got recruited to do our daily word, I said, Maureen, this is our community. This is how we flow. And so she has put the work the second she walked in. So thank you, Maureen. We'll hear from her in a second. All right, so I have a couple of announcements. Just a reminder that we have so much going on here at Unity of Gainesville. If you take a moment to look on our website, sign up for our newsletter, you'll see everything from haircuts by Gerson. We got Qigong classes, Thursday classes with Carla Palmer. Y'all, the list goes on. Drumming circles. So if you take a second to go to our website, you'll see it all. What I wanted to do really quick is talk briefly about our opportunity that Althea, where are you, Althea? Yes, hello, Althea. So Althea, just a reminder, is organizing a trip. Is it Casa Daga? Casa Dega. So if you don't know about it, you better learn about it, okay? So Althea, it's not a church-sponsored event due to liability concerns, but it is an opportunity for those interested to have a wonderful day trip. Please see Althea for more details. And thank you, Althea, for this. And I know many of us go get lunch after service. There's so much community events and activities, and sometimes it's impromptu. And so I know many of us in this room, whether it's a potluck or getting tea, I think that's what makes our space special. Okay, so that's it for the announcements for now. All right, what I want to do is I want to shift gears into our daily word. And so again, I mentioned it, Maureen. Welcome. Thank you so much for doing this for us. And the mic is yours.
Thank you. Good morning. So the daily word for today is guidance. I seek trust. I seek trust and follow my guidance. The Lord will guide you continually. Isaiah 58:11. Seeking divine guidance means tuning out information and opinions and turning inward. Then, with an open heart and quiet mind, I can better feel the nudge of my intuition, my inner voice. I receive divine guidance, much in the way flowers in a field soak up sunshine. Just as following the sun is innate for them, I have the instinct to trust my inner knowing too. Even if my guidance surprises me, I trust it to lead me to the path of my highest good. I follow where I feel called to go. I heed the small still voice within and pay particular attention to the serendipitous circumstances I find along the way. I seek trust and follow my guidance. This is how I got here today. As I do, I deepen my relationship with God, knowing wherever I go, I do not travel alone. I seek, trust, and follow my guidance. And so it is.
Well, thank you so much, Marlene, for that beautiful daily word and for trusting your guidance to make it here today. All right, everybody, I have a special song I want to share with you today. It's a composition based on the beautiful prayer of St. Francis, which many of you probably know. And so this is my adaptation. And it's in a little bit of a different tuning here. It just seemed like that's what it wanted. Special tuning for a special song. Ooh, isn't that nice? Mwah. All right. No, it was better without. Here we go. All right, take these words into your heart. Take this ancient prayer into your heart this morning. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, may I bring love. Where there is injury, your pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. Lord, make me an instrument. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there's despair, may I bring hope. Where there is darkness, your light. Where there is sadness, joy is what we're talking about today. Joy you.
I didn't want to stand up because it was just, I didn't want to disturb the air that came from this beautiful song. It's beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for adapting it. Yeah. Wow. Oh my. To understand rather than to be understood. So I'm standing here before you today hoping that you understand my talk, my lesson, but at the same time that I understand you. And I hope that we find this, and I see it, that we will find that connection. Excuse me. I bet you can hear this if I. Can you? What? Think things through. Come on. Okay. So this past week, I've been immersed in a unity convention. So can you imagine 500 lunatics running around in a hotel? Unitic. Yeah, unitics. Yeah. Not lunatics, but unitics. And I just want to start. I'm going to tell you there's of course that whatever you learn and take in, it's going to be a part of this, but it's not the whole thing, not the whole week. But stay tuned for more. So my experience started when I was picked up by the person that was the driver that was going to take me out to Overland Park from the airport. And he pulled up in this beautiful black Lexus, all polished. And I'm going, wow, this is great. This is good service. But anyway, got in, and I said, can I sit in the front seat too? And he goes, yeah, go ahead, whatever. So we had this wonderful conversation all the way out to Overland Park where the conference was. And so I got to know him a little bit. And he had an accent of a language that I wasn't familiar with or anything. But as it turned out, here's his story. It's so amazing. He was a translator for the U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan. And I said, and they got you out, because he couldn't have stayed. He said, yes, they got me out, and my wife and my 4 children. And they showed me a map and told me I could pick anywhere I wanted to live. He must have been a really good interpreter because and so they told him that if you go into the center of the United States, the economy there is really good, and you can have your family and you can make a living. And so that's why he was there. And I felt so blessed. And I told him, I said, my heart is just bursting because I'm riding in the front seat next to a hero, somebody who risked his life to do something, to serve. And I thought, I'm using this on Sunday. I use whatever I can get. So, I mean, isn't that amazing? And I just really appreciated that. And we had this great talk on the way. So this is 4th of July weekend, and he is becoming an American, And so, yeah, and so he's doing all of this, so when we think of the 4th of July and our independence, I have to admit, first thing I think of, okay, barbecues, firecrackers, fireworks, American flags, out in front of the houses, and everybody's happy. But it's this freedom that he has. Oh God, just take a breath with me, please. And we're blessing him and his life. And so, can we have the slides now, por favor? Oh, Alejandro. Okay. So, our democracy is based on an Indian way. You can go to the next one, please. Our democracy is based on an Indian way of life. Did you guys know that? You probably did. No? Okay, well, good, because now it'll be new. Where several tribes got together in the northeast of what is now the United States and partly into Canada. Hiawatha was an Iroquois warrior leader. And so they started, there were like 5 major tribes that were always doing war on each other. And so what they found is that it was frazzling their society. And so Hiawatha came along, and I had his picture here, but it didn't transfer well on the big screen. But anyway, you could have seen what he looked like. But so he got with them, and they formed a confederation where they had a difference of the governmental leadership and the military, so that they could protect this confederation from whoever might other be there. And in my reading about this, I found that both the Cherokee and Shawnee, which are my ancestors, were part of that before they came down to Ohio. But anyway, this was very meaningful, because we, as those British colonists, studied what was going on. So they asked if they could kind of get some more intel, on this. And so he taught them. And part of it is that while they came together, these tribes did, everybody still had their own rights and freedoms. They did not take any freedoms away from say, the Algonquins who were not Iroquois or something like that. Everybody had their own rights. And so this gave the colonists the whole idea that they could have a union and have the religion, everybody could have their own religion and all that kind of thing. So they were so impressed with that. Let's have the next slide, please. No, okay, no. I don't know if that's on there. No, go back, please. I'll have to read this to you because I don't think it's big enough. So in 1988, I'll read this to you. The United States Senate paid tribute with a resolution that said, the confederation of the original 13 colonies into one republic was influenced by the political system developed by the Iroquois Confederacy, as were many of the democratic principles which were incorporated into the Constitution of the United States. So that's where all of these ideas have come from, is the way that our indigenous ancestors have lived. So each nation maintained their own leadership, and then they got together with this thing called the Grand Council of Chiefs. And so I'm thinking that might be the Senate, that we have now. And so because the concept was based on peace rather than wars. And so that's how we started, based on peace rather than wars. So I'm in gratitude to live in a country of the United States of America. And then I will add a caveat to that, as we are still trying to form a more perfect union. Got it? We're still working on it. We're still working on it. So happy Independence Day. A couple days in advance, there's going to be a full moon tomorrow night. And so, you know, all kinds of energy is around this day. More perfect union. So I'd like to invite you to pay attention to what touches you today from this experience of coming to unity. We've had a lot of serendipity things that have happened already. So pay attention today in what touches you. And I don't mean somebody touching you like that. I mean, what touches your heart? And if you have questions, I've said this before, come up here and ask me after the service if you have questions about anything that I'm teaching today. So how does sacred service serve you? That's really a mouthful, isn't it? And there's another slide, please. I think what I'm going to have to do is just walk over here and go through these. Okay, so how does sacred service serve you? Because when you are doing something in a sacred service, what happens? You allow Spirit to do its work through you, like so many of you have today in showing up here. It's just amazing the stories that I've heard already. Being aware that you are being used by Spirit. Being aware when you walk up to somebody, shake their hand, welcome them here, be happy about being here, all of that, you are consciously being used by Spirit. When you smile at somebody, and some of you already have smiles on your faces, so consciously living, that's not easy, is it? Because sometimes we get triggered, don't we? And, you know, consciously living open-heartedly. Our friend up in Alachua says, don't let your heart close. Keep it open. Every time your heart closes, it's hard to get it back open again, isn't it? So keep that open-heartedness. Abundance of love, living. You've got so much love in you. It pours out of you. Love, and it's so attractive. Love is so attractive. Allowing yourself to be transformed or saved by serving truth. And I put that in here today on purpose, saved. Because some of our fundamentalist friends say, but in unity, are you saved? We don't call it saved. What do we call it? We said it. Lives are transformed. Transformation is what that means. We are different. We are transformed. We don't react to things the way we used to. Selfless because the adverse ego is being satisfied. So it's selfless. The adverse ego. We don't have to control that ego. We don't have to push it away and all that. Just satisfy it. Satisfy it with awareness, loving, open-heartedly. It's okay. It goes, all right, I'm satisfied. I'm all right. Spiritually and an emotionally mature mind, idea, and expression, all in alignment. And you people from other unity churches are shaking your head. That's probably what Jean says too. Mind, idea, expression. Okay, so I'm just going to move over here if that's all right, because I'm closer to the screen. So Sacred service is, as I said, is a sacred act. Let's see, where am I on this? So what I think we can say that in unity, we are in service to spiritual transformation. Why does sacred service then feel so good? And that might be another slide. Why does it feel so good? Because you just feel like mission is accomplished. I did this not for my small self, but for the greater self. Can you all see that from back there? Okay, good. Something I did that was helpful. Have you ever thought about that? There's something I did that was helpful. Doesn't that give you a sense of belonging? There's a movie that I really liked, and it's an old movie. It's got Susan Sarandon in it. And the movie, it's Bull Durham. I don't know if you know that movie or not, but it's about this minor league baseball team. But anyway, the whole movie starts off with her saying, "I belong to the Church of Baseball." She belongs. She knew that she belonged to, and then the camera pans up on this floor-to-ceiling altar that she's got baseballs and candles and crystals and all that. I belong to the Church of Baseball. Selfless service. You belong. You really do. So something that I did was helpful. And if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it anymore. That's nature's way of telling you, don't do that anymore. It doesn't feel good, okay? So what we do is we long for connection. Where do you feel a sense of belonging? In your family, in your church, in your town, in your neighborhood? There's this sense of being spiritually fed when you feel that you belong. Next slide. Oh, you got it. Okay. In Romans, the book of Romans, the 13th chapter, the first verse, it says, this is written by Paul, "Let every soul be in subjection to the higher powers. For there is no power but of God, and the powers that be are ordained of God." And don't we say that in unity too? I am, God is. God is, I am. We're always being inspired by Spirit. And so being in service to Spirit, listening to that still small voice, listening like we read in the daily word today, listening to that, probing a little bit of the consciousness of that. So in unity, we take things a little differently, don't we, from some of the fundamentalist religions. We were taught when we were little kids that we were born in sin. How many of you had that experience, that somebody said that you were born in sin? But really, if you know about childhood development and all, the first thing that a child does is bond. So somebody said, well, does that mean we're born in bondage? And we are, kind of. Because we what did we do as babies? We bonded with that was giving us food and comfort, right? And so this guy over here, RHT, I've never seen him change a diaper so fast, and he can really do that. Flip, 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 there you go. Yeah. Comfort for his little girl. There's a bonding in in what we do with babies. And we were born to bond, and so that's why we want to belong. We want to belong to something, to someone, to some organization, what if it's a chamber of commerce? It doesn't matter if you feel like you belong. Yeah. And then the psychologists go on to say that without bonding, this person struggles throughout life. So I look back at my life when I heard this last week in one of the talks, and I thought, I wonder if that's why I struggled so much. I used to a lot. I don't anymore. So we've got another verse here from Matthew, and it has, when Jesus was teaching and he walked up and he saw these people, it says, but when he saw the multitudes, like on the hillside, he was moved with compassion for them because they were harassed and scattered like sheep without a shepherd. And so that's an agricultural term, isn't it? Sheep without a shepherd, because they were just wandering around. And he saw how they were unfocused because they didn't belong. They were in an area, they were in a spiritual situation, spiritual feeling, where they didn't feel that they belong. A lot of people that's happening a lot today too. But we're told by historians and sociologists, get this is the most trying times the world will ever see. Is what we're living through right now. Do you ever go, what is happening? What is going on? The moon and the stars and all that, the constellations and all that are aligned for this wild ride we're on. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Have you ever been on that? And some of the speakers at the conference were saying, we're in the future now. This is it. So all the old ways we used to do things don't apply. But through unity, we have been trained to be here. I really think that we were born to be here now, to keep the flame, to keep the presence alive and within us. And that is contagious. When you are present, people realize it, and they want to know you. It is so attractive when thank you, when you know. And then the unknown. They said in 5 years you don't know what your church is going to be, if it's going to still be here. How does that feel to not know? I mean, and it's not this church. I'm just saying all of them. So some of you have reached out to me and asked me what's going on, with what's happening. But I really do believe that we were born to be here in this time to keep the flame going, to be keepers of the flame, to be equipped with the strength of compassion, like that Bible verse says. He didn't feel sorry for him. He felt compassionate. Compassion is with love. And there is a qualitative change in our soul that's happening now. We may not know it, we may not be aware, but it's happening because we're needed. We're needed for this. So, as the world around us gets more complex, we have been preparing ourselves for all of our lives. We are here on purpose. Say that with me. I'm here on purpose. I'm here on purpose. Yeah, and because we started with I am, that invokes the Spirit. I am here on purpose. So we have another slide, please. Change is good, survival optional. It's up to us, right? It's an option. And it's up, and we can make that happen. You notice the imaginal, the butterfly, I put it up there because what happens to that caterpillar in that little green bag there? What happens to that? It turns into liquid. There is nothing left of that caterpillar that was before. And do you know what the scientists call that? They call them imaginal cells. Imaginal. And so it imagines another form of life. And out comes what? Does anybody know what kind of butterfly that is? Say it again. Monarch, yeah. All right. So we need to reimagine ourselves. And we're going to hear that, we're going to work with that throughout this month. But most of all, one of the speakers says, you got to have a sense of humor. And so we can find lots of things to laugh at now, can't we? We just crack up, with some of the things that are going on that we're like, what? So being present as much as possible and be entertained. Sure, be entertained. And then another thing, good stuff is happening all the time, but do we hear it? Do we hear it? No, it's not happening on the news shows and all that. So we need to look for it. And on the internet, you can find good news. And you read these stories, and it's just fantastic. Just like the driver that took me out to Overland Park. What a great story. So, have you ever watched these detective shows or read the books? They say, we need to put out a bolo. And I used to think, what is a bolo? And then it came to me, be on the lookout, bolo. That's what it means. When they put out a bolo, they try to find somebody, who's an escaped or something like that. They go, put out a bolo on this. Here's his picture or hers and, and all that. And so let's put out a bolo on the good stuff. Because what happens? The power of love. Love is one of the 12 powers. The power of love will attract you to what you are looking for. Remember when you want to get a new car and you see all these, you see the car that you want all the time now? Remember when you first fall in love and you turn a corner and you think you saw your loved one walking there and then, oh, no, it's not. Did you ever do that? I have. You think you see that person. And so that is the power of love. You are born with it. And so let's look for the good news stories. And here's the breaking news, speaking of the good news stories. The breaking news is that theologians and, social scientists and all this kind of thing have said when it's all said and done, that new thought is the religion of the future. We're already there. Yeah, go ahead. New thought is the religion of the future. And here we all are in this sacred community right now in Gainesville, Florida. Yeah, already living in the future. So let's just take a breath. Say an amen for the lesson. as we get ready to go into our meditation. I'm going to pull up a chair because I do these better when I'm sitting down. I'm just going to. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? You can hear me. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, good. So let's just all take a breath together. Notice the air coming in through the nose, and when you exhale, notice those little tickly things that happen when the air starts coming out. We're going to go on a guided visualization today, so let's just focus that air as you breathe in to the third eye. If you don't know where that is, it's kind of in the forehead, a little bit higher than between the eyebrows. You can touch it with your finger if you want and kind of stimulate it a little bit. Focus your air as you breathe in. Imagine it going to that center in your forehead. Aware of your breath, your thoughts. Visualize your thoughts as clouds drifting peacefully above the purple mountains and their majesty. Watch these clouds float by. Just thoughts coming in and floating by. And if you would, let the affirmative words that I speak apply to your own heart. Breathing in. As I reside in this peace of this very moment, I recognize that I am in beloved service to truth. I serve truth. And truth has no agenda. As my mind clears and as the clouds become smaller and smaller, as they float away, I see a peaceful lake, calm and clear. I walk toward it easily and purposely. And as I get close to the shore, I go down on my knees and my hands, and I look into the clear waters. I see the sky reflected in the water, and I see my face reflected as well. I look at my reflection and I recall a time in my life when something that I did was helpful. When something that I did was helpful. I allow the power of imagination to bring this experience to me as I see this time in my life. And I allow my heart to open more as I relive this act. I allow the joy of this experience to permeate every cell of my body. And I luxuriate in that, in the silence. I rest in that knowing that I was helpful. Only good comes from me. Only good comes to me. I am whole and holy. I feel this in my body. I bless this lake, its waters, and its reflections. I am grateful. And so it is. Amen, amen, and amen. The next slide, please. What touched your heart today? And online members, please write it in the chat if you care to. Just take the time to reflect a moment. What has touched you today? Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you.
I am that I am has sent me to this now moment. Here I am. I am that I am has sent me to this here moment. Here I am to be the heart and to be the hand to be the hands through which heaven is made known on the earth. I am that I am has sent me to this here moment. Here I am. Sing if you like. I am that I am has sent me to this here moment. Here I am to be the heart and to be the hands through which heaven is made known on the earth. To be the heart and to be the hands through which heaven is made known on the earth. I am that I am has sent me to this here moment. Here I am that I am has sent me to this now moment. Here I am to be the heart and to be the hands through which heaven is made known on the earth. To be the heart and to be the hands through which heaven is made known on the earth.
And what we're going to do is we're going to embrace the spirit of giving. So as Rebecca gives, we are going to dig in our hearts whatever giving looks like. We can have gifts of our time, gifts of money, but we're going to take those gifts and we're going to place them over our heart. And we're going to say together, divine love expressed in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I want to charge, so Carla asked a question, and I want to see if we have any volunteers. What touched you today? What touched you today? We got any volunteers?
I was not aware of the fact that the Indians gave so much to us, and we in return gave so little back to them. That is so unbelievable. They gave us our Constitution. They gave us our
Two more volunteers. Yes.
I was immediately touched by the friendliness of the friendliness of many people that greeted.
One last volunteer. What touched you in our talk? Yes.
What touched me today was the beautiful, effulgent faces that showed up today that I'd never seen before, and I was able to welcome. Love.
Thank you. And what a wonderful way to bring in the kiddos. Thank you, Rebecca. Are they on the way? Whenever they get here, we'll be ready for them. I got to say what touched me. Oh, they're ready to coming in? Okay, cool. Yes. What touched me was when Carla said, if it doesn't feel good, that's nature's way of saying don't do it. It's like, whoa. How often do we get those little pricklies? It's like, oh, nature is saying don't do that. That's solid.
All right, let's sing.
Miss Gwen, how'd it go today?
We have another wonderful group of children this morning, and we have been talking about why we celebrate on the 4th of July. And Miss Phyllis came in, and Victoria, hold up yours. She gave everybody a $2 bill. And turn it over and show them the back. On the back, if you haven't seen a $2 bill in a long time, is they're signing the Declaration of Independence. So we have our story right on a $2 bill. Thank you. And we're so glad you all came today, and we think we're going to all go swimming later.
Thank you. Come here, Resin. Yes. Have a seat. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to bless our kiddos. We're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to say, children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we see the Christ presence within you.
Love you, we love you, we really, really love you.
All right, let's all join in our wonderful unity circle. I guess we get into a nice kumbaya circle.
All right. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God protects us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And remember, if you want to pray with someone, we have Rupali on chaplain duty today, and she'll be in the little room out off the gathering room, okay? Love you guys. Have a great week.
I am just where